All right, no one's here. I can say and do anything. How's it going? Uh, Welcome to another stream. This is Jacob Infante here, live on my couch on my recliner, having a good old time. Wanted to hop on live and I don't know. Let's do a mock draft or something. And I included in the title fast food tier list. So I know I usually do like mock drafts or football related stuff. I want to mix things up a little bit. I've done like sporkles and shit before on these things. I don't know, just on account of my rapidly expanding gut, I feel like it'd be pretty on brand to do a fast food tier list. So here I am. I've got a blanket on and everything. Real professional. Some people have studios. Some people have high quality microphones. I have a laptop and a fucking couch. So this is what you guys are gonna have to deal with. Let's do the mock draft first. Actually, let's do the mock draft. And for those of you who are listening, I'm gonna have my NFL draft guide out ideally in the next week. I what I might do is if you subscribe to my Patreon and pledge $100, I might show my hog. I don't know. I'm not opposed to it. I'll take money however I can get it. I really don't care. Yeah, we're gonna do a mock draft simulator. Per usual, I'm going to start with Pro Football and Sports Network, the kind people who are, so wise to employ such a humble and talented individual as myself. So I'll take that. And here with the Bears starting at 10, we're going to go nuts. So, all right, fucking I figure out how to do this now. No, that's right. Present, share screen. Oh yeah. All right. You guys can see it, right? Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to look as much on the screen. I'm just going to make sure I keep the comments up. So if anyone's got any questions over the count of the stream, feel free to reach out. Honestly, do whatever you want. Have a good old time. Thank you, Aaron. I'm glad that I'm glad that you can see just fine. Tell Kenny I said hello. Let's fucking mock. Oh, Christ. All right. You're doing trades in this one? Fuck, I'm going to have to after how those first few picks went out. So let's hide this for now. Let's see. So Cam, you have two quarterbacks coming off the board, which is, yeah, fair. Carter, Campbell, Hunter, Johnson, Genty, Membu, Graham. That's probably the worst case scenario, in my opinion. Because the way I look at it is, assuming Carter's not going to be there, your top, Jesus Christ, you guys hear that voice crack? That was bad. That was fucking disgusting. I'm like I don't know. I'm still a 12-year-old boy at heart, I guess. Whatever. That's a bad board. So let's look at these trades. Okay, so Broncos moved down 10 spots for another second rounder, and I'm pretty sure that's a fourth. I don't hate the value. I can't trade with the Packers. Ooh. Hold on. I like this one. a lot. Move down 7 spots in the first round, still have a top 20 pick, and you get another second round pick. Imagine having 3 picks in the second round in addition to a first. I mean, and looking at it, look, I like that a lot because if you look at who's still available, look, offensive line, I mean, I'm willing to take my bets that one of Banks or Simmons goes. I think they're pretty closely ranked to me. I don't know. I probably wouldn't take like Booker at 17. Defensive line, I mean, these guys will probably be there. I'd hazard to guess in real life one of them come off the board before then. And then edge, there's still a good amount of value. So I'm going to take this. Wait. Hold on. Bengals. Here we go. All right. Here we go. So they trade up for Shamar Stewart. Interesting. Jalen Walker, McMillan, Banks, Warren, Pierce, Campbell. All right. Good value still. Good value here. Let's see. O-line. So, yeah, Kelvin Banks got picked. Josh Simmons is still available. Tyler Booker is still available. Ariante Ursary is still available if that's someone you want. Omarion Hampton's also available. And I know the lovely people who pay me money, Pro Football Network, they're a little bit lower. They've got 35. I think Hampton's a first-round pick. So I'd have to consider that. Defensive tackle, also a lot of really good value here. I mean, Walter Nolan and Kenneth Grant stand out as the top two guys for me, but Harmon and Williams, I wouldn't be shocked if either one of them go in the first round as well. And then edge, Mikel Williams still available. Nick Scorton, Mike Green as well. We got some really good value in the trenches, and Omarion Hampton's still available. Nolan at 17 and Connerly at 39. So they have, Connerly at 46. I feel pretty good about, you've got these 3 second-round picks going with a defensive lineman and getting an offensive lineman with those picks. I still think you can get a really good running back with, Quinshon Judkins or Henderson or Johnson there. The food's coming. After we do this mock draft, I'll do the food. So we'll stick around. You deal with my dumbass making picks for a while, then you'll have a good old time. Mikel would be my pick. I'm certainly thinking about it. Because I think so. I made an adjustment. My Windy City Gridiron top 5 at each position, there was an error in there in the rankings. Also, there are a couple errors regardless because I'm stupid. But in the actual ranking itself, I realized there's an error in my grading. So my ranking of who's available would be Mikel Williams, Mike Green, Nick Scorton, and then I'm trying to remember if I have. I mean, they're pretty low on Jack Sawyer. I'm not nearly that low on him, admittedly. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm thinking Mikel Williams or Omarion Hampton or Josh Simmons, one of those 3. So those are my finalists. I want to hear what you guys have to say, what you have to think, who should, still be available. What would be a realistic surprise pick for the Bears? I mean, I guess I could say Shamar Stewart. I say that in that I don't think he's the best value at number 10, but he is a freak athlete with insane tools. And I think he fits the mold of what Dennis Allen wants in an edge rusher. I'd prefer Mikel Williams if I had to pick between the 2 more raw, gifted edge rushers, but I wouldn't rule out Stewart, I wouldn't rule out them taking Stewart. Wouldn't be my first choice, and Malachi Starks is available as well. I think he's going to be a hell of a football player. I don't think safety round 1's the right move, but I think Starks is going to be a beast. So I like that a lot. Hampton or Simmons. Okay, so part of it now is I also want to see who might be available in the 30s and 40s. So if we can snag, if one of these guys at one of these four at 39, that would be the dream. But even if we miss out on those, I feel pretty good about an Alfred Collins, a Shamar Turner, Darius Alexander, TJ Sanders, CJ West. I mean, the defensive tackle group is really good. I think you can get a good one. I think you can get a good one uh, in the second round. So let's see. I like Williams there at 17. I just like the idea of Uman Mielen in the second over Michael in the first. That's fair. I like Princely a lot. I just think, I don't know. I could really see the Bears liking Michael Williams just from a measurables perspective, the quickness, the power he brings. Like that's a really high ceiling, and he fits the mold too of what the Bears are going for at edge rusher. It really does. Again, you could also make the argument, oh, well, Mike Green is more explosive, more athletic. He gives you a little bit more a little more juice off the edge. But let's see. All right. Michael Williams or Omarion Hampton. That's what I'm going to do. I've eliminated Josh Simmons from the mix. All right. I'm going to do defensive tackle ideally in round 2. If not, then I might wait and see what happens. I want to do an O-lineman with one of those picks too. Do we think Michael is a high pass rush ceiling in the NFL? I do. I think that he's a lot better against the run than people give him credit for. And even if I don't know if Michael's going to be like an every single year 10 sack type of guy, I think he's going to generate a lot of pressure in the league because of the length, because of the power, because of the athleticism, and the motor too. I think that that's something that's going to benefit him a whole lot. Hello, Jack Sanborn. Pleasure to have you in here. Any consideration for Kenneth Grant? I mean, I definitely would. I don't think Kenneth Grant's going to go that high, which I think is a goddamn shame because I love his tape. So just for the sake of realism, I'm not going to do that. But if he's there in round 2, then he's going to be my pick. Just so you know, I told her you are more important than her. I think. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, fucking everyone knows. Like, what would you guys rather do? Like, have sex or watch Jacob Infante do a mock draft simulator? I mean, come on. It's the Jakester all night long. Could you see the Bears taking McMillan if Genty and the tackles are gone? See, I don't think so. I think McMillan's a very talented football player. I think he's got impressive physicality. Obviously, the catch radius, the ball skills are really good with McMillan. I just don't think. I think that's a true luxury pick, and I think that the way the roster is built out right now, that would be a true luxury pick. I believe. I think some people called Odunze a luxury pick, and I don't know if that's true because Keenan Allen is over 30. You had him for only 1 year. Everyone was like, oh, we should extend him. But even then, he's not a long-term guy because he never was going to be because he was over 30. But now you have DJ Moore locked down long-term. You have a Dunze locked down long-term. I mean, Cole Kmet you have for a few years as well. So you have weapons already. That's not, at least in the passing game, that's not the biggest concern. I think from a value standpoint, that's not a bad pick. Yeah, I know he went off the board to the Cowboys, which would be interesting. But no, I admittedly don't think the Bears would take McMillan. But I do think they could take Omarion Hampton. And that's what I'm going to do. Fuck. All right, so Kenneth Grant going really stinks. I mean, no. But Tylik Williams, Walter Nolan, and Mike Green are all still available. That's really good. Honestly, who did the Saints take? They took Mason Graham. So So for those just tuning in, we traded back and took Omarion Hampton. I think he screams a Ben Johnson running back. DeAndre Swift is a guy who can win outside of the tackles. He can win in space on screens and stuff like that. But I think if you want someone to run right up the middle, I think Hampton's your guy. I really do. And I think he brings more juice than a David Montgomery type anyway. So there's maybe a little bit more upside in that regard. I love what he brings in pass protection as well. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, he's tough. I think he's got 1,000-yard running back written all over him, in my humble opinion. Let's see. What about Emeka Egbuka or Luther Burden? I wouldn't rule it out in round 2, but I don't think either of them are going to be there at 39. I mean, shoot, at this rate, people are, I don't know, speculating Luther might fall into round 2. I don't think he deserves to. I think it's definitely possible, though. I think that teams are going to overthink him. Egbuka, I think, is a safer bet to go in the first round, even though I have a higher grade on Burden. I just think Egbuka's a little bit safer of a prospect, a little bit more of a sure thing. So, team's going to be like, oh, well, we need a wide receiver too. Let's go with that. It'd be pretty nice. I don't think the Bears would take either of them in the first round for similar reasons to McMillan. Still great players, though. Ben Johnson. Yes, Ben Johnson. Yes. Well said. All right, so what happened here is the Saints took Mason Graham in the first round, right? So they're not going to need a defensive tackle. Maybe someone tries to trade up for a defensive tackle, but I feel good enough to where I can wait until 40. There are 2 picks. Really, there's one team picking in between 39 and 41, and that's the Saints. If the Saints want to trade back and a team can get Walter Nolan, then Tyler Williams is still going to be there, and I'll feel pretty damn good about that. If a team wants to trade up for Tyler Williams, that's fine. I'll take Walter Nolan at 41. So I'm not going to go the defensive tackle here. I want to see the offensive lineman. So let's see. Where did Savaiinaea is off the board. Okay. I'm beating a dead horse by saying this, but Green and Nolan should be the picks at 39 and 41. So just looking at some of the offensive line value that's here, Milam would be a decent pick. I don't know. Cameron Williams kind of raw. I think Marcus Bowe as a guard would be good, but I'm with you. I think Mike Green should be the pick here at 40, and then take a defensive tackle at 41. Save the horses from David. Yeah, David, stop fucking beating up animals. Like, what's your fucking deal? This is football we're talking about. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Mike Green hates Caillou, I'm heard. I heard, not I'm heard. If Mike Green takes Caillou, I'm taking him at 1. I don't give a fuck. Mike Green. All right, Trey Harris. Okay, so this is what we got. Omarion Hampton at running back, Mike Green off the edge. And obviously, I feel like if you're taking Mike Green just in general, you need to make sure you feel good about the allegations and stuff like that. And if that is true, you shouldn't be a first round pick, in my opinion. You need to make sure that you strongly believe in the character. You strongly believe. The player is a fantastic guy. He's a fantastic player. I think that's. I'm not really going to put that up to debate. I think he's explosive. He's flexible. He's got really good hands. Smart, good pass rushing instincts. A little bit undersized, but if you've got Odeyingbo and Montez Sweat, those are 2 big edge rushers. Have one of those guys consistently along Mike Green, like you're not going to be lacking for power. Hampton first, Mike Green second. They should be on OnlyFans. Dude, I don't blame you. Like, I feel like at this point, with how sexy that mock is, I'm full rock. I'm rock hard, full rock. If this is the Bears draft, shoot, I'm with you. Let's see. All right. Tyler Williams, Walter Nolan. So, for full disclosure, I have a higher grade on Nolan. I like both of those players a lot, but I think Nolan's got a higher pass rushing upside. I think he's got the true disruptor talent and be like a true three technique. I like Dexter a lot as a one tech on passing downs and a three tech on rundowns, but I think you have Nolan and Dexter up the middle. That's a lot of juice. And then Montez Sweat and then Green and Odeyingbo rushing off the edge and, throw Grady Jarrett and Andrew Billings in the mix. You're cooking. You're cooking with grease. So, you know what? Do I think Walter Nolan's going to fall that far down? I don't, but let's do it anyway. There you go. All right, we got one more pick. So, by the way, I haven't shown. I don't know if people saw my tweet or not, but I'm fostering a lost cat, and today is day 14. And legally, if nobody claims the cat, nobody puts in a lost report that matches the description. After 14 days legally, I can claim the cat. So today's day 14. I'll make it official later once I get all the personal info transferred over, but there is a cat right next to me, so I'm gonna bring him in for a reveal. Trying to get him over. He's just sitting right over here. You know what? Let's. Here you go. Here's the cat. There you go. Look at that. There's a cat. See? Enjoy. All right. So I'm glad. All right. It's officially your cat. There's a little girl crying somewhere in your neighborhood. At least he's in good hands. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. My thinking is 2 weeks. At that point, it's enough time to where if you want the cat, you're going to file a missing cat report. We found the microchip, called the phone number attached to the cat. The owners never picked up. I feel like by now someone would have claimed him, at least in my opinion. What do you name the cat? I don't know yet. I want to figure that out in the next few days. I want to figure that out soon. Any ideas? More than welcome. But let's get back to this mock. 100%. God bless. I'm a vegetarian. I love animals. I mean, I love animals. I think I would kill 100 people before I hurt one animal. That's my opinion. I don't know. People are capable of disastrous things. And cats aren't. Dogs aren't. They don't know what's going on. They're just kind of hanging out. So yeah, there you go. You can quote me. Jacob Infante said, "I'd kill 10 people." You don't have to say the rest about, before I hurt one animal, but yeah, I'd kill 10 people just in general, probably. All right. Offensive line's what I'm looking for now. All right. So Marcus Bowe's available. Wyatt Milam's gone, which is a bummer. Tate Ratledge, I think 49 is a little bit rich. At least for my liking. But I do think he's going to be a good player, and I don't think he's going to be there at 72. I think, again, Bo would be a good pick. Isaiah Bond at 49 would be really interesting. I know they added Olamide Zaccheaus and Devin Duvernay for some speed at receiver, but I mean, Bond is a really damn good player. Jalen Knoll. Jaden Higgins, I think, would be phenomenal value. I just don't know if the Bears need a receiver like that, because I think you already have Odunze. He's a big body guy. He's he plays really well along the boundary. You could try Higgins as like a big slot type of guy, but I don't know. I don't know about that. Let's see. There are trade offers, just one. So I could move all the way down to 63, but I'd get a late third. I don't hate that. So that's moving back 14 spots and picking up a third. So my thinking is, and I've looked through some of the comments. Why not Watts wait for DT at 49? Let's see. And I think Tyler Williams is still available somehow. He'd be phenomenal value, but let's see. Safety okay. Watts went off the board. That's a bummer. All right, and then Makuba, Winston. You've got some talented players here. Bowman, Reed. Ransom, Sanker. I like. I don't know if there's anyone that I'd take there, but there are guys that I might take at 72. So I'm thinking when you have a couple of fringe picks or a couple fringe needs, like you need another safety, you could use another tight end. I mean, you could use another receiver. You could use another offensive lineman to throw in there. I think it's good just to stock up on day 2 picks. We're going to take this 2 trades back. There you go. So who's gone? Chiefs traded up for Tyler Williams. I mean, I think that's fair. He's a damn good football player. Jalen Knoll, Mason Taylor is someone I've seen for some some of these Bears mock drafts. Milroe, Steelers moved up for Milroe, which is pretty interesting. Landon Jackson. I mean, if we have Mike Green, we don't need Landon Jackson as much. Uman Mielen, really good value. Okay. So now it becomes a little more palatable to take an Andrew Makuba or a Kevin Winston, who, by the way, Kevin Winston, like he's 5 months removed from a torn ACL. I believe it was a torn ACL, some sort of major knee injury, and he ran in the 4.4s and the 40-yard dash at safety, and he's a big safety. Kevin Winston, I like a lot. I mean, Jalen Reed from Penn State's another dude I really like too. I think either one of those guys would be great fits for the Bears. I'm higher on Reed than 122 at this stage, but I'd be willing to try my luck there. Wait a little bit. So I'm thinking 72. I'd like a safety there, but okay. So Marcus Bowe is gone, off the board. Emory Jones is off the board. I probably wouldn't take a tackle this high. I mean, I'm higher on Charles Grant than this. I'm thinking Tate Ratledge here, and my thinking being he's a really good athlete. Isaiah Bond and Caleb Johnson still being there too is interesting. Isaiah Bond, I'd really like. I'm thinking Ratledge though, and the reason I'm thinking Ratledge, he tested quite well. He's a nasty guard prospect. Big. He's physical. He's strong. There's a lot to like with him, in my opinion. I feel pretty confident he'll be a starter in the NFL and just a solid one. I don't know if he's ever going to be elite, but dude, solid guards make a ton of money in the NFL today. So I think that's a very valuable thing, especially Jonah Jackson coming off an injury. Joe Tooney, first team All Pro player, but he's over 30. He might be in Chicago like 2-3 years. You never know. And I think depth is super important there. So Ratledge is my pick. Isaiah Bond came off the board. That's a fucking bummer. But the safeties are still there. The safeties are still here, and I like that a lot. Let's see. So I want to see just tight end. Ooh, Harold Fannin would be interesting. Fannin would be interesting, but I like the value of Kevin Winston or Makuba and going for like an Arroyo or a Ferguson more than I like a Harold Fannin and then waiting, a little bit farther down. So let's see. I need to check my rankings here. I feel like I should know this. I have Winston and Makuba pretty close, but I have a slight edge for Kevin Winston. I've been edging to Kevin Winston. So there you go. That's it's said, it's over with, whatever. I like Makuba a lot, but I think Winston's a safe bet. Again, he's athletic, he's big, he's physical. It's cliche to do the whole helmet scouting thing, but the Bears have had luck with safeties from Penn State in the past and recent years, so it's like, keep it going. But I do think Winston could be a similar caliber player as what Brisker or Amos have grown into in the league. Brisker, at least before he got hurt and missed most of this past year, and then Amos, when he was in Chicago. So Kevin Winston's going to be the pick. I feel good about that. I feel really good about that. Oh, and Harold Fannon's still available. Holy shit. All right. So this is what we have so far, right, guys? I feel really good about the haul that we have so far. Omarion, so it's huge improvements in the trenches. You have your heir apparent. I mean, I think of Winston as more of a strong safety, but he's athletic enough to where he could be a free. Either way, he's versatile enough. You can move him around the defense if need be. All right, let's see receiver. Let's check that out. Williams Restrepo. Now, I love Restrepo a whole lot. I don't know. I was worried by the 40-yard dash, and I know he said something along the lines of he was competing hurt. I have no reason to doubt him. Especially in a moment like that, you're trying to push yourself, trying to show like how hard of a worker you are. But I don't know. Until I see like something proven otherwise, I can't justify a day 2 pick on a 4.8 receiver with a time like that. 4.6, yeah, sure, but this is still pretty concerning. So let's see, I was just unplugging my laptop because I'm a good battery now, and I want to move. I like Fannin here a lot, honestly. I gotta go with Restrepo. I know. I love his tape. I think he's a gamer. He's a gamer. He really is. He's just a reliable possession slot receiver. Get him the ball. He's going to catch it. I mean, man. All right, let's see. 2 trade offers. But let's see. I could move. See, I don't hate this because I don't pick until 148. The way things stand right now, I don't pick until 148. So maybe I want to move back 14 spots, give up a future 6th. I mean, you're hoping that maybe the Bears get a late day 3 compensatory pick, depending on how much Keenan Allen signs for. So that, you can afford to lose that. But at the same time, we've already moved down twice. We've stacked up on picks. I feel pretty good about where we're at capital-wise and, value. I'm just going to go with Harold Fannin. I think he's a tremendous athlete on tape. Just a natural receiving tight end with impressive ball skills, body control, overall mobility. I'm going to go with that. And usually I'm not a huge fan of the Bears going with a tight end on day 2 because, I mean, in Ben Johnson's offense, that's going to be like, 15 targets a game, 15 targets a year, maybe 20 if you're lucky. But at the same time, if it's a player at the caliber of Fannin this late, I feel like that's, a shot you have to take. So Harold Fannin is my pick. This is the board. The board's playing out a little bit, but this is who we've taken so far. Hampton, Green, Nolan, Ratledge, Winston, Fannin. So that's your running back 1. A high-end rotational edge rusher who's probably going to end up starting sooner rather than later. eventual, you're, a 3-down starting defensive tackle. Tate Ratledge at guard as your plug and play event. Well, not plug and play in this instance. I think he could start right out of the gate, but you know, really good insurance for Tooney or Jackson. Winston, he will start in this case in 2026. You're not re-signing both Byard and Brisker, and then there's your tight end too. And if Cole Kmet, you don't feel he's a great fit for the Ben Johnson offense, you can't. There are reasonable outs in his contract. Not as much next offseason, but in 2027, I think Fannon's a potential future starter. Where's the Jets pizza plug, Levi? I know. I've been slacking on the Jets pizza, man. It's been a problem. And that problem is I'm not eating enough Jets pizza. So here in St. Louis, I'll admit, I think the Chicago pizza scene is better in Chicago. So sue me. But as a result of that, I've come to appreciate Jets pizza. I think it's the best pizza, like the chain out there. I think it's better than Domino's, Papa John's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars. I mean, I don't have, in a pinch, those are all fine. Jets pizza, now that's a meal. That's a meal. So shout out Jets. Thanks, Levi. I know I needed to do that. I needed to do that at some point. I needed to, to shout it out, but I haven't gotten around to it in a little bit. All right. Charles Grant. Oh my God. That would be, if this were the actual draft, I'd be doing backflips. Charles Grant, I love as a tackle. I think that there's definitely a chance that Karana Magaji becomes a good swing tackler, maybe even starts, depending on how this offseason treats him. He still has that freakish athleticism, the length, the raw power. He just didn't really know what to do with it, and he didn't get a full offseason to be healthy, really. He came in, he wasn't healthy until the middle of the year. I think Amagaji is worth keeping around, but I think it's definitely fair to invest in offensive tackle as well. And when you have a guy here like Charles Grant, who, fits that mold, he's not as big as Amagaji. He's not as strong as Amagaji, but he's every bit as athletic. He's got long arms, and I think he's more refined. I think he plays with better pad level and body control. He's a guy I'd take on day 2, honestly. Take Charles Grant in the 3rd round. I think you're cooking. So to get him in round 5, I mean, I don't know how realistic it is, but again, it's an FCS lineman, so those type of guys are always tough to tell. But Charles Grant, that's going to be the pick. Add another offensive tackle into the mix. And then let's see. We don't have a pick in round 6. Round 7, we're on the clock. And again, this is another guy, Tyrion Ingram Dawkins. I don't think he's going to be there in round 7. I'd take him. You know what? I've taken a couple guys where it's like I don't think they're going to be there. So I'm just going to go along and I'm going to do this anyway. I'm going to take Tyrion Ingram Dawkins. He's a perfect rotational backup defensive lineman. He can rush off the edge on rundowns. He can rush up the middle on passing downs. He's got that inside-outside versatility. He's a freak athlete. He's an intelligent player. I'm going to make my wife pregnant after watching this. Thanks, Jacob. Well, I appreciate that, Chicago Joe. If you do end up impregnating your wife, just so you know, I'll step up as the godfather if you need it. I would be honored to take on that title. I don't think Ingram Dawkins is going to be here, but let's take him anyway because he's really good, and that will be fun. And we're having fun, guys, right? We're having fun. Fucking dude, I don't know. All right, so now I'm just looking for value. Beefed up the D-line, beefed up the O-line, added some weapons, Hampton, Fannin. Winston's good for, an eventual successor at safety. Receiver, I mean, there's some value here. Arian Smith, Sam Brown, all speed guys. Chimere DK, fast as fuck. Kanate Mumfield, really good route runner. Fucking smart dude. Let's see, is Isaac Tesla off the board yet? Is Isaac Tesla off the board? Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah, he is. So, with him being that high, I'm a little surprised you still have like an Isaiah Nayor this low or Andrew Armstrong this low, given like the similar testing that those guys had. Kind of like the receiver value. Let's see the linebacker. Oh, shit. We got Cody Simon. You need your Jack Sanborn replacement. It's Cody Simon. Smart, good tackler, real, just rugged linebacker. He's a football player. He's not an athlete. He's a football player. Carson Bruner as well. Freak athlete. That'd be really good value. But I'm gonna go Cody Simon. As an impact special teamer, you feel pretty good about him as your linebacker 3. Here you go. I feel pretty good about this mock. Do I think all these guys are going to be here in real life? Absolutely not. I don't think Green, Nolan, Fannin, Grant, or Ingram Dawkins are going to be here where I got them. But, you know, you always have guys going into the draft where it's like, oh, I don't think they're going to be there, and they end up falling. So you can't say definitively, oh, there's no chance Harold Fannin falls to 95. There absolutely is a chance. I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know because everyone's board is different. So I really like this mock. Selfishly, again, because I'm fucking brilliant, I guess. So there you go. So that's the mock draft. Now I'm gonna go through and find a fast food tier list. Get going. Get tier maker rolling. The old fucking tier maker. All right. So I gotta find one. If anyone's got any questions, you can fire away. Do whatever you want. I'll answer it. I'm just trying to find something. All right. All right. So I found one. I have to adjust the tiers because they had the best. They didn't have an S tier. Hold on. D tier, add a row below. It's going to be F. And then never had. Hold on. This is going to be the D tier. All right. Thanks for bearing with me as I'm making this goddamn tier thing. Hold on. I got to get back to present. I need a haircut. This is bad. Share screen. Here we go. All right. You guys can see it. Yeah, you can see it. All right. All right. So what I'm going to do is right out of the gate, I'm going to knock never had. I'm going to knock all those out just so you guys know which ones, I haven't been to before. So Baja Fresh, Blimpie, Checkers I've never been to. I was a little surprised I haven't. Churches I haven't. Del Taco, Pollo Loco, Jollibee I haven't been to. I've heard really good things, but I haven't been to Moe's. Let's see. Been everywhere else. Roy Rogers haven't been to. Schlotsky's no. Sheets I haven't. Swenson's no. Taco Cabana no. Torchy's no. Wawa no. Wiener Schnitzel no. Zaxby's, and I've been to all these. Okay. Here you go. So this is my opinion. This is my opinion. If you don't like it, fucking die. Don't actually, but whatever. I'm just gonna roll through this real quick. A&W. I mean, I think it's just middle of the road. It's not bad, but I don't know. I love the root beer though. I love the root beer floats, so I'll give it a C. Just average. Arby's, I'll go a little lower. I'll go with a D. They unfollowed me on Twitter, so that knocks them down a rank, in my opinion. But I don't know. I don't drive by an Arby's and see anyone in there, you know. And I don't go out with people and say, "Oh, dude, you know, we should totally get after this. We should get Arby's." And then the other guy's like, "Oh, dude, that's such a good idea." And then they like make out or something. So I've never heard that. Bojangles, I really like. I think Bojangles is high quality. Good old Southern, you know, the more Southern you are, the better it is. Or the further Southern you go to get Bojangles. Uh, let's see. A. A for Bojangles. Oh, man. Yeah, I got a text. I didn't hear the stuff about the Impractical Jokers. That's nuts. That fucking blows. Anyway, Boston Market. Again, it's solid. I think it's, middle of the road. A lot of them are closing, which I think is kind of a bummer. I think their mac and cheese is really good. But again, it's the sort of thing that's probably not your first choice if you're going to eat food. Burger King. I think Burger King gets way too much shit, in my opinion. I don't know. I like the makeup of what they put on a Whopper more than on a Big Mac, or not maybe not a Big Mac, but just like a regular burger at McDonald's. Uh, this is a B for me. I mean, it's still not fucking elite, but it's not bad. Cane's, it's not bad. B. Carl's Jr. Okay, I've only had this once. Don't remember it too well. I don't think it was very good. Chick-fil-A, I think, is typically better quality at Chick-fil-A if the food you're getting. If the seasoning's there, I don't know. Uh, I wouldn't know. But from what I've had at Chick-fil-A, I don't go very often, but put it at B. It's pretty good. Chipotle. Now, if we're talking like 2015 Chipotle, that's an S tier. But they've taken a step back for sure. They've taken a step back. I think that said, the chips and queso are still really good. Uh, I think it's better quality food than some of the other places you're getting. I'm gonna put Chipotle in an A. Dude, Cookout is fire. I went the second of my two trips down to the Senior Bowl. I got Cookout. Oh, now on the first time I did too. I got Cookout both times. That's an A tier. That's an A tier. Cookout's really good. I'm a little bummed they don't have any up north. Culver's, dude, I think that's an A. I was thinking about S. I can't go that high, but Culver's, that's some damn good food. That's a Midwestern fucking staple right there. Uh, all right. Denny's, if you're inebriated at 3 in the morning, S. If you're sober, C. Domino's, I don't know. I'm not huge on most fast food pizza places. I'm C. Dairy Queen, I mean, the ice cream's fantastic, but the food, C. Firehouse, I love a good sandwich. Firehouse is not bad. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad. I'll give it a B. Five Guys. Five big guys. They bust on my eyes. You guys know that song? It's a real thing. Five Guys, B. It's good. Way overpriced. IHOP, kind of similar. C. I do prefer IHOP to Denny's, though. I do prefer IHOP to Denny's. Let it be known. In-N-Out Burger, that's a A. That's a good spot. It's a little bit of an animal style merchant. I don't care. That sauce makes everything better. Jack in the Box, D. I don't know. Curly fries are good, but it's nothing to write home about. Fucking oh yeah, that's peak. Jersey Mike's is fucking peak. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. That's the best. That's the best fast food sandwich you're gonna get. Jimmy John's is close. I like Jimmy John's a whole lot still. I think some people are gonna hate on me for this. I'm gonna put it at A. They're gonna be like, "Oh, Jacob, what the fuck are you talking about?" Like, I like the bread. I like the bread at Jimmy John's. It kind of smells like when I run my fingers in between that pouch that's in between my thigh and my nuts, and I rub that and I sniff it. It kind of smells like Jimmy John's bread, but I don't mind it. Tastes good. Really hits the spot. Simple, delicious. Jersey Mike's is better than Jimmy John's. Yes, I agree for sure. Jersey Mike's is better than Jimmy John's, but Jimmy John's is still really good too. So shout out Jimmy John's. KFC, I feel like the quality's gone down. I feel that's another Chipotle type thing, but KFC at its peak, I don't think is as good as Chipotle. C tier. Little Caesars, I'm putting on. Actually, no, I'll put that at D. Because the way I'm thinking it is, I think the crazy bread at Little Caesars is good. The deep dish pizza, the cheesy bread, really good. But the pizza I don't know, it's worse. It's worse than Domino's. It is worse than Domino's. The pizza is, in my opinion. So in good conscience, I can't put these two on the same tier because they're not. But I also feel like fast food pizza joints, they do such a better job with the sides and like the cheesy garlic bread or whatever the hell and desserts than they do with the actual pizza. So that's why whenever I go there, I don't order like a regular pizza from there. I just don't. But I will say Little Caesar is probably the best out of these D tiers. I just think the pizza at the just plain standard pizza is nothing right home about. McDonald's is a B. I think it's a little better than Burger King, but I don't think it's as big of a gap as people make it out to be. I have a McDonald's right by my apartment, like within walking distance. It's so clutch. I'm a McMillionaire at this point. That's part of why I got so grotesquely enormous. Noodles and Company, I used to work there. Fun fact. I'm a fan. I always will be. I can't put it at S tier. I can't. But I'll put it at A tier. I feel like the quality is a bit better than some of the other, just standard grab and go type shit. They have some good, in my opinion, some good pasta dishes, some good noodles. Panda Express. Let's see. B or A? B or A? Guys, I don't know. Dog, because I think the value of what you're getting at Panda is so good. I mean, it's not Chinese food. It's not authentic Chinese food, but it's a shit ton of food for a relatively decent price. Like, nah, high B. High B for Panda. It's above average. It's above average for sure. Panera, again, that's another one I feel like used to be better. It's still good. I'll put it at B tier. The seasoning isn't like out of this world, but it's comfort food. It's comforting. Papa John's, again, that's another C. I think Domino's is better than Papa John's, but wait, did they? Oh, they scratched out Papa's face. Rest up, Papa. Man, that's brutal. Papa John. Yeah, that's a racist right there. We don't I don't support that. I'm an ally. PDQ I've only had once. I can't say it was bad, but I can't say I remember it and like want to go out of my way to go back. That's a C. Penn Station, just like, solid, but it's not as good as Jersey Mike's or Jimmy John's. Give it like a C. Pizza Hut, again, same shit. If it's fast food pizza, it's a C. Popeyes, that's a B. I feel like that's, pretty fair. The value is, or the quality, at least in my opinion, is a little bit better than what you're getting at KFC these days. Portillo's, all right. Now to fucking figure out where everyone is gonna kill me. Is everyone gonna fucking kill me or not? Portillo's. I'm thinking. Does it belong S tier? Does it? It's S tier or A tier. It's really good. Portillo's is fantastic. I haven't had everything on the menu, obviously, but the stuff I've had has all been rock solid good. I also think the cake shakes are out of this world. Fries by themselves, they're nothing to write home about, but I think the crinkle cut fry is perfect for cheese fries. Like that's the shape they need to be. If you're gonna dip it in like the nacho cheese that's made in a factory but still tastes wonderful. S tier. Boom. There you go. You know what? Call me a fucking homer. Call me a biased fucking Chicago guy. I don't care. Portillo's is really good quality. I'm a big fan. Now, Potbelly is also pretty high up there. I'm going to put it at A. Potbelly's fantastic fast food sandwich. Uh, it's around like the Jimmy John's tier, kind of, honestly. For different reasons. I mean, it's a hot sub versus a cold sub. It depends on what you like. Uh, but Potbelly is very good. So I think that's a good A tier. Qdoba, it's worse Chipotle. Uh, put it at C. It's not bad. It's I don't know. I'd much rather go to Chipotle if I have the option. Quiznos, I haven't been in fucking years. I haven't seen one in years, but that'll make that a C. Sbarro. Oh, I also haven't been to Skyline Chili, so I can't rank that. But Sbarro, I mean, it's fucking Sbarro, all right? It's not a, authentic New York slice, whatever the hell. Uh, you only ever see it or get it when you're in a mall food court. For a mall food court, it's not bad. I will say that. And dare I say, dare I say, I'd rather eat Sbarro pizza than any of the pizzas on this tier. Like a good slice. This is insane that I'm doing this. Sbarro is at B. Sbarro is at B tier for me. It's not New York slice. It's not New York slice. It's not elite. It's not tremendous. But I'll go to bad. It's not as bad as people say it is. And I'd say that as someone who's part Italian. So my weight carries so much, my opinion is so much weight. It's insane. It's almost as much weight as my belly. Fucking got him. I'm a fat cow. There you go. Shake Shack, very good. A. Just the F. Sonic got me through a lot of tough times in college. That's for sure. Uh, C though, it's okay. It's decent. Steak and Shake, I'll put at B. I think Steak and Shake doesn't get enough love because I mean, if you're most of the time if you're sitting down somewhere, you're not going to like a fast food joint. But I like Steak and Shake. Subway, that's C. I'll eat it if I'm in the middle of Wyoming and there's no fast food for another 20 minutes and there's you're 2 hours away from the nearest city. I'll eat it. I'm cool with it. It's edible. It's not bad, but it's okay. Taco Bell, fucking B. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. Bland as shit. Yeah, I know. I don't care. You've never been under the influence of something and had Taco Bell right after, and just how good that is. It's it's a game changer. Waffle House. Waffle House. You know what? B. I'll go B with that too. Because again, I mean, it's a drunk food. It's a whatever food. Uh, but at the same time, I mean, it's a waffle, dude. Like, I'd rather go to Waffle House for breakfast than Denny's. IHOP? I don't know. I'll go to Waffle House. I'll have some meth addict sitting next to me while I'm eating my smothered and covered hash browns. Wendy's, B. It's good. I think it's not like the elite fast food, god that everyone claims, but it's good. Whataburger I've only had once. B. I thought it was pretty good. I'd have it again, but White Castle is a C for me. That might seem a little high to you. Sometimes I need to feel like garbage. Sometimes I need to feel like shit, and that's when I eat White Castle. And just scarf down an obscene amount of sliders. Get one of their like mac and cheese bites or mozzarella sticks or whatever the hell. Just go nuts. That's a perfect, I feel like garbage and want to continue feeling like garbage fast food place. My grandpa took my grandma there for Valentine's Day this year, and I think that's the most romantic thing anyone has ever done for anyone ever. Wingstop. Have I? I've only had it like once. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember how Wingstop is, and then Zaxby's about the same. Wingstop's a little better, but here you go. Here it is. Here's the definitive fast food list from the Jakester himself. I didn't rank any at F. I guess is a little generous of me, but again, I'll eat anything clearly. But there you go. All right. I mean, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it. I'm tired, dude. It's a Friday night. Let's have a good weekend. Thanks for everyone who's tuned in. I appreciate you guys. Next time I'm going to try and do some more, probably 2 mock drafts instead of the 1. I just wanted to try something different this time around. So just sue me. All right. Whatever. Fucking, I don't care. Here's the cat is, hold on. Wait. How do I, okay. Here you go. I'm trying to get the angle down. This little thing in the back there, that's the cat. So enjoy. Have a good night. Thanks for coming in. Bear down, all that good stuff. Yada, yada, yada. Goodbye. Sure. See ya.